Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, January 23rd goes to Charlamagne, the god of the Breakfast Club, for acting oblivious to colorism while sitting proudly with a newly bleached face. Now, I don't usually go around handing out Donkey of the Days because this is Charlamagne's thing, but since he himself needed Donkey of the Day, I had to come to the front of the congregation and give him one. Now, him and DJ Envy both kind of acted very clueless in this. I'm not gonna give it to DJ Envy because I expect him to say stupid shit. Okay, now let me carry on and address Uncle Charla, who I held him to a higher regard. Okay, now Charlamagne, in case you missed the memo, colorism is not only an issue in the Afro-Latina community, but an issue in every culture all over the entire world. You sat in that chair 5 shades lighter than when you first started doing the Breakfast Club and acted like that was the first time you ever heard of the struggle of being a darker-skinned person of African descent. Since you seem to never have heard of this word in which your outward appearance displays, let me give you the definition. Colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. Now, Charlamagne, you promote Black excellence, so you cannot portray to be woke, then be oblivious to Black issues. Now, my baby Amara La Negra, she's very beautiful, and I commend her on shedding light on this issue, but there were times where I wanted to pause the interview and speak for her myself, because clearly at certain parts, the cat definitely had her by the tongue, and I'm not sure if it's for her image and she's trying to protect certain things, but where she can't speak, I'm gonna definitely speak up. In the interview, you told Amara La Negra that the struggle of being a darker complected Black woman was probably in her head and not really a struggle. That's where I'm gonna have to step in and speak for baby girl, because you used Cardi B as a comparison. Now, I love my baby Cardi B. She is doing amazing, and I don't want you guys to take what I have to say away from anything that she's done talent-wise, but I'm just going to have to call a spade and be honest and speak up where people seem to not be able to call things for what they are. Cardi B is America's sweetheart, and we like her personality. We like her music. I bump Bodak Yellow in my car, and I sing every word. However, we cannot dismiss the fact that color plays a big part in her success. This is where I will speak for Amara La Negra mainly because she seemed not to be able to do so. Charlamagne, you kept saying, well, Cardi B is successful, as if Cardi B is not light-skinned and as if she does not fit in the American standard of beauty that Amara La Negra is trying to combat, saying that I look different, I'm darker skinned, and this is why I'm having a harder time. I don't understand how the fact of her being a darker skinned woman is a hard thing to grasp, that things are a little bit harder for her. And you use Cardi B over and over as if she's not a light-skinned woman who clearly doesn't face the same things. Now, let's be honest here. If Cardi B was dark-skinned and she talked the way she talked, she acted the way she acts, she would not be as successful as she is. She would never be as big as she is. And that is facts on top of facts on top of facts. That may ruffle some feathers. There may be people who think that, that's not true. She's talented. She is talented, but she would not be as successful as she is if she was a dark-skinned woman. And anybody who tries to say different are blind to the real issues that we face in America. The only successful artists that are truly successful are the ones of lighter skin tone. There are some who slip through the cracks, but the lighter skin tone artists are the ones that take it to mega success. Now, let's move away from Cardi and go to your other point that dark-skinned women are successful also, where your list seemed to kind of struggle a bit when you were pointing out how there were other dark-skinned women that were successful. At several times in the interview, you tried to bring up the fact that Issa Rae and SZA are also successful and they are also dark skinned, but your list seemed to come a little short. I'm still waiting on the rest of your list because somewhere along the lines you forgot about all the other talented women of darker skin who don't make it to where they should because of the pigment of their skin tone. I mean, come on, you shout out Tink left and right. You say how talented she is, and you talk about her all the time. Please, sir, tell me why you think, as talented as she is, why she's so underrated and not pushed the way she should be? Do you really think that the color of her skin has nothing to do with it? Let's be real. What about Kelly Rowland, Jasmine Sullivan, Dondria, Seven Streeter, Fantasia? I mean, I can sit here and list a whole lot more women who have amazing talent but don't make it far because of the pigment of their skin. If lighter complexion isn't an issue, if we are moved so far past all of that, why are even the lighter skin tone artists bleaching their skin as well? Are we really going to act like Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and so many others who already had a lighter complexion aren't even lighter now? Why do you think that is, Uncle Charla? Because there has always been a portrayed image of beauty that lighter skin is more beautiful. Why do you think Little Kim went from Kim as we know her to Michael Jackson's little sister? Because Hollywood sends the message that lighter skin is better. But of course you know that. You yourself are trying to get light skin. You're like 5 shades lighter than what you were when you started. I mean, you know this already. I mean, and then even in the music videos, why do you think that in almost every music video you turn on, brown skin girls are hardly ever the lead? Because we are not, and when I say we, I'm a dark skinned woman, we are not considered the standard of beauty that is accepted in Hollywood. It's the ethnically ambiguous women who are accepted. Those are the ones who get the lead roles. Those are the women who are considered to be the most beautiful. If you do not see that as an issue, and if you do not realize that, you're either living under a rock or you are sheltered. Your term you like to use is cracker ass cracker. And that's exactly what you acted like this entire interview. You acted like the cracker ass cracker who acts oblivious to racism because they have that one black friend and they say, I'm not racist because I have a black friend, and totally dismiss the racist shit that they do. You sat there in that chair and totally dismissed the struggle as if it wasn't a real struggle, and like you were totally oblivious to the issue. I mean, it's like you know and you're woke and then you're not woke and then you don't know. I mean, pick a side. Pick a side. Are you woke? Are you informed? Are you a solution to pushing the culture forward? Or are you sitting here putting up a front because somewhere along the lines something was missed? This isn't even only a black issue. Cultural colorism and discrimination happens in every single culture. In Mexican culture, Asian culture, and so on and so forth. The darker skinned people are always considered to be less attractive. Now, I'm not sure if the bleach on your face is fading into your skin and seeking into, your entire being, and that's the issue that's disconnecting you from reality. But this is very much an issue, and it's not only an Afro-Latina issue, it's an issue all over the world. Darker skin has always been considered less attractive. Darker skin is always portrayed in the movies to be the villains. They're always portrayed to be the bad guys. And the light-skinned men are always the love interest, the heartthrobs, the handsome men. That's just what it is. That's what it's been. That's what has been going on forever. So for you to sit there and act like it's not an issue, I'm just totally blown away by it. Now, Charlamagne, I look up to you as an inspiration, and I definitely love the interviews you do. This, however, was the most cringeworthy and hard to watch interview I have ever seen you do. And, I just had to kind of come on video and give you donkey of the day and just give you, like, you know, that spanking word that your mom really don't want to give you because she love you, but she got to whoop you anyways because you're getting out of control. I just had to come on video and just say what I had to say because this interview was definitely out of control. And I'm just going to wrap it up there. I hope you guys don't take what I say out of context. Like I said, I like Cardi B. I'm not shading her in any way, but I have to call a spade a spade. Cardi B is talented, but would she be as successful if she was a dark-skinned woman acting the way she acts, acting as ratchet as she acts? She would not. There is several people before Cardi B who have darker skin tones, who have that same exact personality, and they have not made it off of the block because they are not the standard of beauty that America embraces. Cardi B holds that standard of beauty. And hopefully you don't take what I say out of context, but everybody is entitled to their own opinion. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that, you know, darker skin is better than light skin, because I know it's going to be that one ignorant person who takes what I says and flips it and tries to make it out. No, what I'm saying is it's an issue that we have to address, and we have to not act like it does not exist. Am I discrediting Beyonce's talent? Am I discrediting Cardi B's talent? In no way, shape, or form am I doing that. I think they're talented. I like their music. I think they're great, but they will not be at the level of fame and stardom if it was not for the color of their skin. That is facts on top of facts on top of facts. And that's where I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are not subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe right now. I don't know what you're waiting for. Be a part of my notification gang, and hit that notification bell as well. Thank you guys. Peace.